smarter this time I'm moving. As Andre says, everybody knows me as Redneck down home because I sell feed for a living. So that'll give you an idea where some of my sense of humor comes from. Well, the other day, I show up at one of my Amish customers' fields over there to pick up some fecal samples. In case you don't know what that is poo. And I did come straight from work, but I washed my hands, so you're all okay. Well, anyway, I'm out there collecting. Next thing I notice is his eldest son, as they call him, because they don't quite talk like we do, comes running up to me and he goes, "Are you doing some kind of stand-up?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, I've got a story for you." I said, "Okay." Everybody always wants to tell you a story when they think you're doing something. He goes, "Well, the other day, Dad started noticing for the last week solid that his younger brother kept running to the barn as soon as he came home from school off the buggy, because they don't have buses, and he'd just disappear for about 5 or 10 minutes and then come to the house and put all of his school stuff in there." Huh? And then, so Dad decided he was going to find out why this kid kept running to the barn. So he snuck out a little bit ahead of Dad that day. So Dad was hiding in the barn, he says, when all of a sudden he sees a penis coming through a knot hole in the wall over there. And in it comes. And the next thing he hears is his son going, "Hummy, hummy, hummy, here, hummy, 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 hummy." And I go, "So, okay, what happens now?" And he goes, Dad grabs a wire brush and goes, "Scat, hummy, hummy, hummy." In case you don't know what that is, hummy, hummy, hummy means in English, here, calf, calf, calf. And the only thing I'm still wondering, because I asked him, I said, so now he has a permanent French tickler, you know, like ribbed for her pleasure from now on. He's going to be famous with the English girls now. And anyway, so, but what really topped that off, earlier that morning I had an appointment with another Amish customer. And he always has a dairy, and he says, "You come out, you know where I'm at." So I show up just after milking. Walk out into the barn, open the door, and I'll walk in. And so I'm heading down there. Lo and behold, I had no idea what I was about to walk up onto. And this is actually the way it kind of happened. Okay? I come around a corner, and all I see is his wife bent over in the hay bunk, and him going at him. So now I've got a decision to make. Do I mention that I'm there, and I see what they're doing, or do I make a quick exit? So I decide, I'm going to back up. Okay? Yes, I backed up because I'm a guy, and if you have a chance to look at porn, even if it is Amish porn, you're going to look at it. So I'm backing up. Boom goes the bucket. Crap, is what I think. He just kind of turns around to me. Meanwhile, he goes, "Yeah, I'll be done in just a couple minutes." He never misses a stroke the whole time he's doing it. And I'm like, crap. So I go out and wait in my car on him, and he comes out. And I made the biggest sale of feed I've ever made in my life that day. So I think from now on I need to catch these guys doing it from now on. And then, now, and also, I got another customer that I just recently met. They call him the Amish Oz. And I don't know why, but that's what he's all known for. Well, I met Oz one night in the middle of the dark talking to one of his neighbors. And you ever been in the dark and you know somebody just suddenly walks into your presence and you want to turn around but you don't want to get scared and let them know that you're going to jump or whatever? I just gradually turn around, trying not to jump, and what do I get but two of the biggest eyeballs I've ever seen in my life. And I go, "Good God, somebody needs to put a bell on you." And he goes, "When your eyes are this big, you don't need a flashlight at all to see in the dark." And I could see why. And I commented back to Oz, I go, "So, apparently love is blind." Met his wife the next day. She actually is blind. She really is. And then he introduced me to his kids. There is no doubt that he is the father of them, because them kids will creep you out when they see you. Because they got them eyeballs just standing way out there and chasing you around. And I like kids, but you can't get rid of them. They're like a couple of leeches just following you around. And I should say half a dozen leeches, because all of them just have bunches of kids. But now I've got another one, and it ain't about Amish. The other day, I like to play around on the computer a little bit. The only thing I'm smart enough to do is go click and point. I cannot type nothing or anything. So me and my son was playing around. comes across the screen. It says, how to masturbate an elephant. I'm curious. So I clicked on it, thinking, God, who's going to do this? Because I envision something about that long or better, and a guy running his arm clear up and down it. Well, anyway, that ain't how you masturbate an elephant. They got two guys down there with what looks like pooper scoopers trying to catch it when he goes, and another one that looks like he just threw a midget in its butthole and just punching the crap out of it. And that elephant's just going poop, poop, poop all over the place. Yeah. It's weird. I'm a strange man. And yes, my wife is trying to relax me a little bit. Can I get one later? Oh! I guess that was a no, wasn't it? Anyway, and then, but along with that, I noticed one day, I sent out text messages, and I'm not real good, so they're short and stuff like that. And with this text message, I come up with a new way to have safe sex. Everybody in the room can do it. You don't need a condom. You don't have to worry about getting a lady pregnant. Guys can do it together too. You cannot catch any disease. All you got to do is do it in her belly button. And by the way, do you have an innie or an outie? Well, you laughed. You got an innie or an outie?
I'll never tell.
Okay. Well, if you've got an outie, all we got to do is flip it around, and it makes it twice as tight. Of course, it's not going to work for you, because I know you're more well endowed than I am. It's true. This microphone's bigger than I am. And anyway, I got one more, Andre. Okay. All right. The other day, my daughter was sitting there telling us something that really caught me unaware. I got a 13-year-old daughter. And I know if any of you have got kids, you never want to hear this stuff come out of your daughter's mouth. Okay? Well, she's sitting next to me on the couch. Well, I'm deaf in one ear. She happened to be on my deaf side, but I can't catch certain things. All I hear is her and Mom having a conversation. And she goes, Mom, look, I can do the pretzel. I'm like, what's a pretzel? I look over, my daughter's got her legs wrapped up around her head. And she goes, I just can't wait until I get married. This is going to be bad. Because I want to know what it's like to have butt sex. That got Dad's attention instantly. And I went, what? I said, no, you don't. But the freak inside of me, in the back of my head, is going, get Mom interested in it. Come on, talk her into it, talk her into it. Can't get her talked into it. I even tried with my gay buddy. No, I didn't try that with my gay buddy. I tried to get him to get my wife interested in anal sex. Do you know how you get somebody interested in it, he says? I said, nope, but talk to my wife. He says, you start with one finger. You start fingering it a little bit. Have you tried this? He goes, then you put it into 2 fingers. And he goes, if they like it, you just start doing a little bit more. And he goes, and pretty soon, pull it out real quick, let the shit fall out, and then just go to town on that ass. Does it work? Does it work, Forrest? And with that, but I'm just about to wrap it up and everything, because I didn't prepare a whole lot more, but that's fine. But, I mean, my daughter just kills me, because the other day she did it to me too. And I'll finish on this one. Remind you, she's 13 but going for 14, but I think she thinks she's 30. She comes running out to me. And just because I do notice a few younger ladies and stuff, you're wearing a thong, yes or no?
I'll never tell.
You got cheekies on or them grandma underwear that nobody likes. Anyway, she comes out, because I've always wondered, when you ladies fart in one of them, does it make it become 2? My daughter comes running out and goes, Dad, 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 I got the answer. And I said, the answer to what? Because I didn't ask her no question. She goes, I farted and then it split it in 2. And I went, but you don't have a pair of thongs. And she goes, yes, I do. No, you don't. She goes, I got mom's on. I said, no way. And she goes, yeah, I do too. That is nothing a dad wants to hear come out of his daughter either. And along with that, I think I'm going to close out with that for tonight, because I am redneck and I don't want to gross you out too much. Thank you.